With the worsening COVID-19 situation in South Korea, officials are forecasting yet another record number of daily infections on Thursday, this time possibly in the six-figure range for the very first time.
For more, our reporter Shin Ye-eun here is in the studio with us. Good morning, Ye-eun.
Good morning.
So like always, let's start with the daily infections for today.
Right, so Thursday's figure may reach the 100,000 mark. Up to 9 p.m. Wednesday, the country reported 90,228 infections. This was an increase of more than 5,000 from yesterday's previous record high for the same period. And we're seeing figures double, just like authorities had forecast. Health experts say that based on how fast Omicron is spreading right now, daily figures could be in the 200,000s by early next month.
Yeah, it really seems that way, considering we were at 50,000 just a week or so ago, and we could be over 100,000 today. In terms of education, though, the authorities here are still planning on having students go back to school for the start of the spring semester, which is due to start very soon. But they have been sharing how they plan to keep students as safe as possible while they're in the classrooms.
That's right. That's why Education Minister Yoon shared the ministry's plans for how schools should start the semester very safely in March. And their main strategy is providing more than 60 million rapid antigen test kits to all students and staff from kindergartens up to high schools free of charge.
We have secured a total of 60.5 million test kits, which are enough to last 5 weeks, from the 4th week of February to the 5th week of March. We are making preparations to distribute them to students and faculty in schools when the new semester starts on March 2nd. 146.4 billion won from our education budget will be allocated to this effort, and each student will receive 9 test kits, while faculty members will receive 4.
And the ministry recommended all students test themselves twice a week, preferably on Sunday and Wednesday nights. All staff are being asked to test themselves weekly before Monday, and students and staff should then share their results with their schools using the Self-Test Kit app. Those who test positive then need to get a PCR test.
Well, self-testing for children is not mandatory, but I believe it is highly recommended, though.
That's right. The ministry is just providing a general guideline. It's not mandatory, but highly recommended. And students and staff won't be punished for going to school untested. But there's been mixed reactions towards this latest decision. While some parents are saying they're very relieved that only students who test negative will physically go to classrooms, others are saying that it seems like testing students, even without symptoms, will become the norm. Some teachers and staff were also against the ministry's decision, citing that it would cause a lot of confusion once the semester begins. They added rapid antigen test kits won't do enough to prevent cluster infections, given that they're not as accurate as PCR tests. As of Thursday, 6:30 a.m. here in Seoul, over 80,000 people signed a petition uploaded on the Blue House against the implementation of self-test kits at kindergartens and elementary schools.
Okay, well, I think I'll be adding my own signature to that petition a little bit later. But on the global front, European countries, they were hit hardest by Omicron when it first emerged, but now they are seeing new infections drop quite significantly. And as a result of that, there are, well, some of them anyway, are beginning to ease restrictions.
That's right. According to the WHO, the number of COVID-19 infections around the world from February 7th to the 13th came down by 19% compared to the previous week. Europe in particular saw an on-week drop of 16%. That's why France reopened its nightclubs from Wednesday local time. Last December, French authorities had closed nightclubs completely, but now those with a vaccine pass, meaning people who are fully vaccinated or have recovered from COVID-19 within the past 6 months, can enter these nightclubs with no cap on the number of people inside. France will also lift mask mandates at indoor facilities that only allow those with vaccine passes to enter, and this measure will take effect from February 28th. Switzerland will also be lifting most of its virus prevention measures. Starting Thursday, they'll allow everyone, regardless of vaccination status, to enter restaurants and stores. It's worth noting, though, that 90% of its population has either been fully vaccinated or recovered after catching the virus. And as the global COVID-19 situation seems to be clearing up, Moderna CEO Stéphane Bancel said in an interview with CNBC on Wednesday that it's reasonable to consider the pandemic as being almost over. over. Bonsell said that there's about an 80% chance that as the virus evolves, it will become less and less virulent.
Let's hope the situation gets better here in South Korea as well. Thank you so much for your report, Ye-eun.
Thank you so much.